Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our Stoneblock series. Today we're going to be doing mystical agriculture. But without further ado, you can probably already tell just a bit by the way that this room looks. I did a little bit of work since the last stream. So one of the things that we did in the last stream when we made the smeltery, we put the smeltery here in this corner, and ultimately I didn't like the spot of that. I did end up putting it right here and opening up this side. Figured we could have like two ways to get in, two ways to get out. And after that was done, I decided, why not make it so that there's three casting tables on this side? I had a little chest here. And then on this side, I added in the same thing, chests, but this time with casting basins, which I do not want to put my sword in there. As well, I ended up moving all the crucibles from over there, as you probably remember, over to here. And I got some of these cobblestone generators. I did make a second one. And I have them just filling up these chests. I've used quite a bit of cobblestone so far. We also have these stone barrels, and then we have two stone barrels as well. But today's episode is all about mystical agriculture as well as farming. And I did a bunch of cleaning up for this room, just to try making enough room to be able, to make a half-decent farm in here. And I was looking at our book here, and if you actually look at it, we have quite a few things under mystical agriculture. But one of the things that we do have here is the prosperity shards and the inferium essence. So if I go over here and we look, I have 24 prosperity shards. And let's see, where did I end up going? We have a little bit of inferium essence that we have gotten so far, basically just from killing zombies and so on and so forth. So, let's see what we have. So, we have the prosperity shard, which we can receive our reward for. Two mechanical crafters. I have no clue what those are. And we also have the inferium essence that we can get our reward for. And we got a building gadget. Block, air, move, build to me. I have no clue what that is. I'm probably going to have to research that in the future. In the meantime, we can put these guys away. And we can continue on with our plans. So, one of the things that we did need is we did need to essentially get a farm going up. As you can tell from my food, it is extremely low. Now, while I was searching through all my chests and so on and so forth, which I did make quite a bit of dirt for our farms, I did come across these. Where did it go? 4 pieces of pizza here. Tiny pineapple pizza. I don't know why you put pineapple on pizza, but I guess some people like it that way. So we do have a little bit of pizza before we go on, but we can't go too much further. So one of the things that we do need to do to be able to get seeds and be able to go on into the mystical agriculture here is we are going to need some dirt. With that in mind, I have gotten and made quite a bit of dirt before we ended up starting, a full 9 stacks actually. So one of the things that we have here is that we can take these things off here. Maybe just dig out a little bit. And let's go for a optimal farm here, which would make this corner 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that this is going to be our water. Did bring 1 water bucket specifically for this reason. So we can just quickly do these and fill this all in. Now, one of the biggest things that we have so far, or the biggest things that we actually need, aside from just all the food that we're going to need, is we do also need to essentially get just an area set up where we can go, because we're going to need a hoe for all of this. But we're also going to need to worry about light and lighting. So I'm just going to make one of these. So that's 2, 3, 4. Just going to quickly mine this all out here. Not too much mining, thankfully. One of the things that I did before I started the stream was I mined out this entire room. And let me just tell you, that was painful. It gets extremely painful the more and more and more you end up actually mining. But I wasn't going to subject you guys to that kind of torture. Let's quickly place down all our dirt here. And this is a optimal farm layout. It's at least 4x4. So we have one of these, but we do need to put our torches back. So one of the things I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put a torch here and a torch here. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. And right here. But I don't think that effectively gets the corner. I can't be entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to put a torch here and a torch here. As well as a torch here. And we don't have enough to be able to place a torch there, but I can probably get away with maybe grabbing this torch here. And placing that down. So we have a simple 4x4 area for farms. So let's see what we can do about making ourselves a hoe. I did make a little bit of iron before I end up starting everything. And we have sticks. Probably not enough. Thankfully we have our axe. Chop down some trees here. Now, one of the things you may be asking is, where did all the leaves go? One of the things that I ended up doing is I actually decided to go ahead and essentially get rid of all the leaves. You can see some of the leaves in here just to be used to make us some water. So let's see. Let's make ourselves a couple sticks here. And see what we can do about making ourselves maybe 2 hoes? I don't know if that's going to be enough. 250 durability, yeah, that should be enough. Just quickly go over here and get all this area all done and ready for farming. It's actually a relatively annoying noise there as well. Let's get this all done. And there we go. We are done the little farm there. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the mystical agriculture here. So, one of the things that we have here, we do have the Inferium Essence, which I do believe, I don't think you can plant them, though. You can't plant them because you need the seeds. So we can make ourselves some base crafting seeds or an infusion crystal. Let's see what we have for base crafting seeds. So we need 4 prosperity shards and some seeds. But to be able to actually get seeds, we need 2 wheat. Or I suppose there's a whole bunch of other ways we could end up getting seeds. Through the sieve is probably one of the best ways here. But one of the things that I'm going to be doing is essentially we can actually sieve right through these. Or let's quickly go ahead and essentially just jack this up a little. Make some compressed dirt here. Not too much. And then put it right through our heavy sieve. So this is a heavy oak sieve. I don't know if seeds come through as easily with this one. So that's a string mesh. Let's see, what do we have for the heavy oak? Yes, string mesh. So there's a 10% chance of us getting seeds through the string mesh. So let's see what we go. Let's test our luck here. See what we end up getting. Mostly just pebbles so far. So we did end up getting some seeds. That's good. A little bit more in the way of seeds. Okay. So we got ourselves 4 seeds, which should certainly be more than enough. I'm going to quickly make one of these. We also got a bunch of carrot seeds, pumpkin seeds, grass seeds, sugarcane seeds. That's going to come in extremely handy. And we got a whole bunch of pebbles here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to quickly make one of these. Put these in here. Just to essentially be able to go and at least get rid of all these pebbles. So one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly put down a crafting table here. And with the crafting table in mind, let's craft ourselves one of these special seeds. So it's called a base crafting seed. used for crafting, not planting. With that in mind, we have completed that quest. But before I go ahead and I start going a little crazy, I am going to quickly go and see if I can't plant down some seeds. We do need some food as well. So we have some sugarcane seeds, which is probably maybe for a sugarcane farm over here. Let's just put down a couple of potato seeds, a couple of carrot seeds. And I'm going to quickly run over here. Grab the buckets. Use that to go and get those. Fill these right up. Yep. And we do need some sand. Now, one of the things that I think, if I can remember correctly, is if I do take this dirt, and I do end up smashing it down a bit, it makes some sand. That should be all the sand we really need for the moment. And welcome to the stream! Glad you can make it! Let's see. So let's make ourselves a little bit of sand here. And then right next to it, put a little stream of water. So one of the unique things you can actually end up doing, you can actually make yourself a infinite water source and then start going on from there. It's one of the things that I personally enjoy. Let's quickly get these buckets stacked. Damn, nice torch right there. And quickly get the rest of the sand down. Yep, dirt equals sand. Don't ask me how I know that. It's logic. What can you say? So you can put down one of these and we can start getting that growing. That actually looks very nice, in all honesty. It's a beautiful little start to a farm. So we have a couple more seeds. We have some grass seeds, but we don't need those yet. Pumpkin seeds and melon seeds, I am going to quickly go and get something going for those guys as well. So let's just go over here and grab a little bit of infinite water. And see what we can do in the way of essentially just making pumpkin and melon farms. So we can put some of the grass here. And we are going to need just a bit of stuff here. Now, one of the best parts about this is these are actually still within range of the water over there. So we can actually go ahead and just do this. And the way that I'm hoping these are going to grow is we can get the pumpkin seeds as well as the melon seeds down. I'll start melons from this end. And these should grow over to here. And we can get a pumpkin over there, and it should grow over to there. So I probably didn't need to till that, but oh well. So we have these seeds and everything in that. So we can get our base crafting seed reward. It gave us some more watermills. Again, I'm not particularly sure what to do with them. Just going to stack them over here. And let's go back to seeing what we have. So we have the tier 1 crafting seeds. So let's quickly look at how we make one of those. So tier 1 crafting seeds is, so it's 8 inferium around 1 seed to make some inferium seeds. We do actually have 13, so we don't have much. But we do have just enough to be able to go and plant at least one of these plants down. It's going to take a little while for it to grow. However, if we do go over here and we grab ourselves some bones, make it into a bit of bone meal. I'm sure I have a little bit more in the way of bones somewhere. Maybe I don't. Huh. Could have sworn I had a little bit more, but looks like all we have is 9 bone meal here. So we're just going to go over here and quickly grow this up. Actually, I don't think it grows, but these do. So 42% growth as opposed to 0. But this one doesn't grow. This one has to grow naturally, if I can remember correctly, actually. So we did technically waste about 7. And let's quickly break this up, because because we never got our quest for it. So we need tier 1 crafting seeds. Did we not just make tier 1 crafting seeds? Ah, we did not. Oh. That's handy. We can actually use the base crafting seed. So I guess there's multiple ways to make these. So we have inferium seeds and tier 1 crafting seeds. So the inferium seeds are what we're going to need to make more inferium. So more of this. But the tier 1 crafting seeds can be used to make essentially tier 1 things. Or in place of tier 1 goods. So we got a cobblestone generator here, which I'm going to quickly go ahead and upgrade. No point in having a low-level cobblestone generator. And let's make ourselves a chest here. So with that in mind, we can probably just run over here and I suppose put one of these up as well. So that's going to start generating a little bit more cobblestone for us. So with that done, we do have a little bit of stuff going for us, but we do need some more seeds. So I'm going to quickly sieve through a bit more here. Let's get ourselves all 7 of this done. And see how many seeds it just ends up giving us. Oh, there's a seed over there, and it looks like I'm out of inventory space. Let's get this last little bit. And done. Okay, so let's put some of this stuff away. One of the things I am going to put away most definitely is basically just all the grass seeds. As well as the dirt. We don't really need the dirt right now. Let's go over here, pick all these up. So you got some pumpkin seeds. So these are melons. So we can put a pumpkin over there. You have some carrot seeds. Definitely going to want to get these planted. We have some just normal seeds, which we could use to be able to go and get a wheat farm started, maybe in this corner. And we have, again, the melon seeds. Sugarcane seeds, which we can use to go and get ourselves a little bit more sugarcane. Do have one more. And we have potato seeds, which we can use to plant ourselves a couple of potatoes. So this is actually starting to look like a great start to a farm. But today's episode is all about essentially just the mystical agriculture. So we have a infusion crystal here. Let's see how we end up making that. So a infusion crystal is 4 prosperity shards, 4 inferium, and a diamond. How do we end up getting a diamond here? So you can get a diamond from a iron stiffened mesh. There's a 1% chance of it coming through compressed gravel. So let's see what we can do. So let's see, with regards to making ourselves a iron stiffened mesh. So you can grab these out of here. Let's grab some of those and end up making ourselves some flint. And with that in mind, looking for diamonds here. The iron stiffened, it's a string mesh and some flint. Do have a bit of string. See if I can find that there. There it is. So we can make ourselves a string mesh. Put that in the middle. Put a little bit of flint around it. Put that in the middle again. And put some iron around it for an iron stiffened mesh. So let's quickly grab the string out here. See if we can actually, see if we have to break that down. And let's get an iron stiffened mesh going. And put that in there and probably just get rid of all these pebbles just by crafting it into some cobblestone here. So let's do that. And can't really toss out the pebbles since we don't have many places to end up putting them. So we do need to make ourselves just a little bit of compressed. A couple of compressed things here. Let's just break this down. Just make ourselves a little bit of compressed cobblestone. And with the compressed cobblestone, you can just place that down. See what we can do just to essentially end up going. Use our compressed hammer. Break it all down into gravel, which we can make into some compressed gravel. And once we have all the compressed gravel, we can start sieving through it until we find ourselves a diamond. In the meantime, the crops are going to grow. So let's see. What if I do these? Just kind of like split it all up mathematically. And we're left with exactly 9. So we have 25 compressed gravel, which we can start going through the iron stiffened mesh. And essentially we can also start getting ourselves something in the way of ores, which is something that we're definitely going to be needing in the long run. So we do have some stuff over there, and it looks like we already got ourselves a diamond. So I'm going to quickly put some of the just lead ore pieces, iron ore pieces, and so on and so forth in here. And let's get ourselves a diamond. So with this diamond in place, we have, wow, we actually have some ordered crystal, water crystals, a little bit of coal, flux crystal. So I'm not particularly sure what to do with all the crystals, but they definitely look really cool. Especially the ruby here. So now that we have ourselves a diamond, we can start getting a little bit closer to the infusion crystal. We do have all the prosperity shards right here. But we need 3 more inferium essence, and this probably isn't going to be growing for another little while. And one of the reasons it's probably not growing is I do need a little bit of a, let's see, growth crystal. So essentially for the growth crystal, it does end up working basically as a water. So this one can be used as a water source. We need nether stars for that though. So for this one we need bone blocks, we need a sea lantern, which probably isn't going to be happening anytime soon. Because we do need a way to essentially be able to go and start getting this inferium seed growing. So let's see what we have here. We also have the base essence ingot. So the base essence ingot is just simply 4 iron, or 4 of these. Random piece of iron. That's easy enough. So let's quickly get that reward. And we got a party pickaxe. Super fast pickaxe. Right click for a surprise. Okay, let's... Oh. Oh my. That's a lot of durability, but right-clicking was probably a bad idea there. I really want to test this out, how fast this thing actually is. But that'd be deviating from our main goal here. So it looks like it uses about 800 durability to spawn a cake, which is pretty cool, but that's not particularly why we're here. So we do have a way of essentially being able to make tier 1 crafting seeds, but we can't go ahead and we can't just simply plant them. So let's see if we find a way to make inferium essence. So one of the ways that we can make it, I suppose, is nether, which we do not have, and inferium ore, seed reprocessor. So the seed reprocessor probably is a possibility there. Yeah, loot crates, as we'd guess. There's a world gen and a sag mill. To be able to actually end up getting this, we need cobblestone. So it's basically a way of getting almost infinite things. But it doesn't get us enough, is the issue. So we do have a loot chest over here. I'm going to quickly just eat a little bit more cake. I know we have a loot chest that we never got a chance to actually open. And inside is a couple apples and some leather for us. It's going to come in extremely handy in the future. One of the things I'm wondering here is every time I end up going and eating some cake, it doesn't really keep my hunger up for very long. So we have managed to go and get rid of at least one of the cakes. So with that in mind, I'm going to quickly check and see here. Do we have any other specific things? So we do have fluid cows, but that's going to be relatively long off. So I am going to need to end up going and finding a way to end up growing these seeds here. It seems to me like there's a thunderstorm up above. So we are getting some potatoes, which we can make into some baked potatoes. We're getting all these seeds that we can make ourselves into bread. And I'm just going to eat. So we can test and see just how good this party pickaxe is. So I'm going to just put all this stuff away here. Don't need the hoe as well. Or that. So let's quickly go up and see what we have in the way of just essentially how good this party pickaxe is. It looks like it should be great, but it might not be. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. Okay, again, we're going to take some damage, which I really need to figure out how we're going to end up going and essentially stopping that damage. Eat a piece of pizza here. And going into here. So, oh, looks like instant mining. To instantly mine anything. Looks like it does. That's extremely hard to control. Just a little bit of redstone there. And it has a lot of durability, too. That's actually really pretty. This kind of reminds me a bit of a efficiency 10 pickaxe that I remember. So we can go through here, and I suppose we can just instantly mine all that up. Put ourselves some iron. May as well get some of these. Now, one of the questions I do have is, does this thing effectively mine any ore, or is it just essentially basic ore? Let's quickly go and get ourselves some of the, I think it's amber? Yeah, it's amber. So one of the things, I don't know if it's up this way particularly. No, it's not up this way. And that is extremely dark. So I'm going to need to go and get some things. Dimensional shard ore. We definitely use a couple dimensional shards. So we got 24 dimensional shards. That is actually very good. Got a bit more of these. Serious quartz. Actually, those are charged serious quartz. We have some of these which we're going to need to our reactor later on. Bit more dimensional shard ore. And let's see what we can end up doing here. Oh, uranium. I didn't even notice that. Again, extremely important for the long run. A couple bit of nickel ore. So it doesn't mine through gravel though. Pickaxes don't mine through gravel anyway. So let's see what we have here. So we have some of these, some of the amber. May as well go and get some of these. I still can't get over how beautiful the redstone looks. And there's a whole mine up there and so on and so forth. As well as up here. Oh, we have an Enderman up there. Let's not look at him. Let's not give him a reason to attack us. Quickly get rid of these. Can we mine this? We can mine draconium ore with this pickaxe. That's one of the key things that I was wondering, because I have seen some draconium ore as I was mining around. There's a little bit more back here. So we got 10 draconium dust. Let's quickly get some of these as well. And it's not even an instant mine, but one of the things that we're going to need to do in a future episode, probably either the next one or the one after, is making ourselves a obsidian pickaxe, just so that we can actually start mining draconium ore without much issue. Is there the one more down here? Let's quickly grab that. Ah, yes, redstone. Okay, and with that, I will be ending today's episode. Oh, goodness. Yes, with that, as I casually fall down. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, feel free to leave a big thumbs up down below. Feel free to comment. And if you want to see more of the party pickaxe, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.